Have you ever left the job interview thinking, did I just talk too much? Or did I just talk myself out of that job interview? Maybe you might have picked on the interviewer starting to shuffle papers or sipping water aggressively or looking at that watch discreetly here and there while you're actually mid-sentence. If that sounds familiar, this video is definitely for you. Talking too much in job interviews can actually be a disadvantage for you. And here's why. Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about one of the biggest mistakes that we as job seekers tend to make. Oversharing during job interviews. So we're not talking about just only talking, you're just oversharing during job interviews. Why do we do it? How does it affect your chances? And how can you actually strike the perfect balance when it comes to this between confident and concise? Let's get into it. One of the biggest reasons why you should avoid talking too much in job interviews is that it sometimes makes you look very unprepared. Here's the truth. If you can't always answer a question straight to the point, it makes the interviewer think that you're unprepared or unsure of your own experiences. So imagine this. A recruiter or an interviewer says to you, tell me about yourself. And you then go on to say, okay, I was born in 1995 in a small town in the rural villages of whatever. I've been passionate about business, but this is my first job. So I was actually in retail. Oh, and then in the university, I joined the club in which it shaped me. But wait, before that, I had an internship where I learned, I would say, please stop right there. An interview is not just your life story. It's basically one of those sales pitches that you want to try and get to the point. Keep your answers structured and always to the point, and focus on your skills, experiences, and how they actually fit into this particular role. Now, here's how you actually fix that particular problem that you might have. Use the STAR methodology. Guys, I've done 3 or 4 videos where I speak about the STAR methodology. STAR methodology focuses on situation, task, action, and results. Example, this is how you can answer that question. I have 5 years experience in marketing, specializing in digital campaigns. And in my last role, I led a project that actually increased website traffic by 40% within the 3 months. Straight to the point. And that's one of those answers that actually at least gives them what they're looking for. And if you've got other roles, you can actually do that with each one of those roles that you want to speak about. One of the other reasons why you shouldn't talk too much in job interviews is that you might actually say way too much and regret it later. Have you ever heard the phrase, less is more? Well, in job interviews, it's normally the gospel or it's normally the truth. The more you talk, the more you're likely to do a few things. Number one, tend to sometimes reveal weaknesses that you didn't actually need to mention in that job interview. Number 2, you sometimes go off topic and you lose focus. The third thing is you accidentally contradict yourself in something that you already sold beautifully. Imagine this now where the interviewer says to me, tell me about the time you faced a challenge at work. Oh, I had this one manager who was so difficult to work with. She never listened to anyone. It was just frustrating because, wait, hold on, try and pause. Number one of the things I always speak about in any job interview is never badmouth any previous boss or any previous job that you've actually had in any job interview. Instead, try and frame it very professionally. Let's try and fix that for you. Try and keep it neutral and results focused. Now, this is how you answer that question. I once worked on a project where communication challenges arose, but I took the initiative to streamline updates, which actually improved the teamwork and efficiency. That is very beautiful, and there's no drama. There's no drama about people. There's no conversations about anybody that you didn't like or that pissed you off. It's just straight to what you're trying to answer. Reason number 3 why you should actually avoid talking too much is you lose the interviewer's attention. Here's the secret. If the interviewer stops making eye contact in some cases or starts fidgeting or nods a little too much where you look like they actually have something wrong with their neck, you probably lost them. Talking too much in most cases equals losing engagement. Interviews are about conversations, not monologue. So monologue basically being you're not just one person talking. Give a short, strong answers, then pause and let them actually ask follow-up questions. One of the other final tips that you need to focus on is how do you speak just the right amount? How do you know what you actually say? If you're still talking after 2 minutes, you probably are going to start losing your panel. Try and breathe. Guys, nerves will make you talk so much faster, and taking a breath before answering any questions is normally very helpful. And if you also feel like there's certain things that you might not have been able to clarify, remember you can always try and clarify those. The other tip that I always advise people is if you feel that you've been talking a lot and you don't know how to actually slow yourself or to stop yourself from talking, always make sure that when you go into that job interview, you take a glass of water or you take a bottle of water. And when you feel like you're talking too much, stop, open the bottle of water, take a sip and answer this to yourself. Did I answer the questions that they actually asked me? And while you're still doing that, close the bottle of water and then try and see if you've actually answered all the things that you wanted to answer without going even further and making people actually lose the attention that you wanted them to. To summarize, what you guys need to focus on is that keep it concise and structured. Avoid oversharing or rambling. Stay engaged and let the interviewers actually lead the way. Now, one of the easiest ways that you can actually make sure that you keep things concise and really straight to the point is if you're doing a virtual interview, my advice to anybody is take a few bullet points, like literally put bullet points and stick them to your screen so that as you speak, you can actually at least see some of those bullet points and be able to figure out what you wanted to focus on, because it will help you with the flow of that particular job interview, and you'll be able to at least make sure that you share the messages beautifully with your panel. If you found this video helpful, guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share with as many people as possible, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.